Hey, what's up? What's up? So, Nick back. I'm telling you, you hate J. Cole. You hate J. Cole. Alright, so let's touch it. Okay, it's a freestyle. From what I heard, it's a freestyle. And plus, I don't know any song that stays on the same topic the whole way through. Well, actually, I do. So let's take that back. But a lot of them don't. So you just being so critical on this guy. So you say you didn't understand the half black women white lies. It's a play on him being being biracial, and it's white lies because his mom is home. Like, it's obvious. I don't understand how you don't get that. That's a lie. He's lying to the bill collector, but it's a white lie because it's allowed by his parents. See, you don't. I don't understand how you don't get that. Like that's clear as day. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna look through the lyrics. I don't even need Rap Genius to explain these to you. It's like, all right, asking questions about her 5-year plan. She's saying who I'm fooling. They can never understand. They can never understand. Um, that's a very subjective line. It really is. It's a very subjective line. She's I don't know how you like. I felt the same way. I've been in that discussion where they're like, what's your plans for your future? And I'm like, can I just get to tomorrow? And every successful person has a plan, and you learn that later on. But as a teenager, because she's still worried about peer pressure, so she has to be a teenager or a young girl. She doesn't take him around because she doesn't want her friends to make fun of her. So I'm assuming she's pretty young, but she's already tired of black men. She's tired of being disappointed and hurt. So I think she's a little immature. She's a little immature, but um, let's see. She's just they can never understand her situation. They can never understand where she comes from because they're on a different side. They're established. They have the white privilege on their side. Like, they're established. They have that. She's going through stuff that they just can't understand. But she's immature because what she doesn't understand is that every successful person needs a plan. Now, see, I might be overthinking it, and I might just be a bad line, but that's what I think. But not everything's gonna have a definitive meaning. Like, a lot of, like, you love Jay-Z, a lot of his lyrics, it's like everybody has their own interpretation. Especially before the Decoded came out, everybody had their own interpretation. There's a lot of lines that you could just say, oh, it means this, or it means that, it means this. But we'll see. Alright, here, let me look for another one. Okay, it's not bullshit. It must be an election year. That's because politicians lie. The more I listen, the more you sound less sincere. In my interviews, maybe I should speak up. Okay, that's the part where you're like, no, because let me tell you something. And even like, I don't understand how you gonna criticize J. Cole for this, but don't criticize Jay, because Jay for a long time never spoke about politics. Why? Because you have a lot to lose. It's a very divisive issue. Politics, religion, stuff like that. Entertainers avoid it. They don't talk on things like that because they're not trying to divide their fan base and lose fans and lose money. He's one album in. He's one album in. He can't go around making political statements like that and still stay a mainstream artist. He's still in a perilous position. He could be gone tomorrow. Like, people get hot and they get dropped real fast, and he's trying to avoid those pitfalls because he's a smart dude. Exactly. That's why it's an indirect statement. That's why he never says a name, because he doesn't want to lose fans. And I'll admit, he's not a Kanye. He doesn't like. He's a little scared. There's a little hesitant. I didn't really like that. If you're gonna go in, go in. But I understand the reasoning. He doesn't want to lose fans. All right, let's look at another one. We can go at this all day. Um. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the and why they call this shit a race, the agony of defeat which the elite could get a taste. Let's be real. Can we be real for a second? When you think about, when you look at the richest people and you look at the richest people list and all that, what race do you see the most? The whole concept of race, you know, the whole like if you just look at your history and just really like the whole concept of race, it's like I love J.Cole. Like you're biased against him, I'm biased for him. But let's be real here. Come on, we both black men. The odds are stacked against us because the averages are lower for our rate. Like, come on, let's be real. Like, I'm not saying that black people are worth less than white people, but look at the so-called elite, the high class, the highbrow society. They're mostly white people. I mean, can we just be real? Can we be honest for a second? I don't know, like, you got this denial thing going on or anything like that. Because I mean, I'm gonna call you out because I've been watching your videos for a long time now. You love Watch the Throne. You love Watch the Throne. You love Watch the Throne. You didn't have any problems with Kanye saying, remember Murder to Excellence? Remember his verse at the end of Murder to Excellence? You had no problem with that. How you gonna have a problem with this? This is the same thing. This is the same thing. This is actually like the same. Like you could, he basically said the same thing Kanye did. Remember the whole black guy, black tie. I can't remember it exactly. I can look it up. But remember that. Remember that line. So don't come over here. Don't come over here. This is J. Cole. Like I love the girl. I love the girl singing. Like, can somebody send me an instrumental, please? But come on, man. Come on. That's you're being reckless right now. You need to let go of your bias and look at it. Look at it in perspective, man. Because he basically said the same thing, minus the analogy. Because you have to think about race. The whole concept of race was not a big deal. It's more of where you came from, not what you look like in the past. You know? Nobody, like, if you were from Sparta, you were from Sparta. Nobody cared about what you look like. And, you know, like, nobody cared. It's about where you're from, who you are. Now it's like black, white, you know, nationality still a big factor. But race is really taking over because it's profitable now. Now it's switching to class. But come on, like, seriously, I know you're smarter than that. Come on. I'm really disappointed in this. Been watching you too long. You gotta stop hating J. Cole. Alright. But debate me if you want. Like, we can go back and forth. I don't care.